Oh, Thomas Peacock, could you please come up? Thank you. Welcome.
In Haldeman County. Excuse me. Good. Can you hear me now? Okay, thank you. My name is Tom Peacock. I'm a resident of Caledonia and Haldeman, and I have been for several decades. In the spirit of transparency, I'd like it to be well known that I supported two candidates that are currently here today in their successful bid for election. Number one was Dan Lawrence in Ward 3, in my council I consider a friend. And number two is Mayor Shelley Bentley, who is my sister. But nonetheless, I am a resident of Caledonia. And I want to make it very clear that family ties aside, the efforts that Shelley has put forward and working on the MZO are why I'm here today, and the sole reason why I'm here today, because I don't believe in the MZO, and obviously others feel the same way, or she wouldn't have got elected in the last election. I find it odd that it took 5 years and 260 biweekly payments for me to save up for the home that I live in, and I've got 300 seconds to convince 5 people to change their mind. That said, I believe that putting this in Nanticoke will become a complete disaster in the way that Caledonia has turned into under the building and tutelage under Empire Homes. Empire, in its very definition, is an extensive group that states that countries it is under supreme authority. In Italian, it means impero. In Chinese, it means duquois. In Caledonia, it means traffic, horrendous traffic, and numerous amounts of carbon and emissions going into climate change. We will face that again with overcrowding in small areas without infrastructure. While slowly waiting to get home after a hard day, I have worked in the last 20 years in Toronto. A daily commute of 30 minutes or more in extra traffic is 260 hours per year. Pardon me, I meant to say 30. A working career is on average 30. So that's 7,800 hours in traffic. Extra, besides your work day, besides your home responsibilities to your home and your neighbors. That's 4 years of your life spent in traffic, burdened for an extra half an hour. Extra people in this area will mean an impact directly on schools. Portables we brought in will need longer wait times at local ERs, doctor's offices, and every service that we write taxes for currently in this county. We have enough people to serve right now and can barely do it as we speak. It's an easier drive for me from Caledonia to Ancaster to go down Mines Road and then Fiddler's Green to shop for groceries than it is to cross the town that I live in. I don't want to be stuck in gridlock while I'm off. I know that when I speak of, as I said recently, I worked 30 years and saw Oakville, Burlington, and then Hamilton eaten up by sprawl. I've now witnessed Caledonia firsthand, the same thing. Our municipality cannot support the onslaught of persons here now. One person usually does not purchase a home. And now more than ever, we have multi-generational families living in homes. The infrastructure simply cannot support the existing population in Caledonia, which StatsCan listed as 12,179 on their webpage. That is an increase of 23.9% since 2016, and significantly more have moved in here since. Empire is still building while another player is at work in the development component from Highway 6 to McClung Road on number 6, Road 66. I clocked it today at over 3 square kilometers. That will increase traffic even further and services as well. The Haldeman Press recently did a survey, as you all know, on April the 20th. The residents of Haldeman said that 36% of them thought the quality of life had worsened in the last 5 years. 46% thought it stayed the same. But in reality, that's 82% of people who thought life in Haldeman had not improved over COVID, which for 3 years stifled us all. Councillors, you need to hear the people who elected you. You need to listen to people who are speaking tonight, and you will continue to hear these voices. The MZOs are not exclusively for affordable housing, but have essential work in making them. This coming from Mark Richardson, a technical lead on housing from Now TO, a volunteer organization in Toronto. He explains almost all of the federal rapid housing sites within Toronto have needed a minister's zoning order and long-term care builds and hospital expansions. This is not meant for the original capacity of which an MZO was, which for schools, hospitals, So many of the affordable housing that will need to be built in Nanticoke will be billed to the taxpayers and will come off in a loss of services if not. We are also placing the less fortunate in lands beside furnaces, blast furnaces, and industrial areas. Gentlemen, I ask you and I implore you, change your minds. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Have a seat, Tom. Tom, have a seat.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought you meant that seat. Yeah.
Thank you for coming out today. That was very good. Do we have questions for Tom, anybody? Patrick?
Yeah, I just have one question. Are you a member or aware of the Citizens of Haldeman County for Responsible Development?
I don't know. Did I get a membership card? You asking me that?
Are you aware of the organization?
I think I read about it, yes.
Okay,